Right, let's try this again. Welcome to Angeldust Live. I be Frank Firefly Lucas, your captain for this stream, and today we be playing Angeldust again. It's kind of a game for a PC or something or like that, but you all be fools to be joining me today, because look at your calendar, matey. It's April Fools. Yes, it's the pirate day. It's going to be a pirate stream. Hey, you were expecting a new hero patch? Well, this is the new hero patch. It may not be looking like much, but hey, it's a new hero patch. So, here we go. Let's dive right into the game. Let's see, where is the game? Where you be hiding, you scallywag? Let's click on the button. There we go. So as you can see, this be Angeldust. It's the game you all know. And if I click this button, there we go, it's the builder. He's got an eye patch. But it'll be looking more like nightmare fuel if you ask me. Because his eyes are all black. It doesn't really work well. But anyway, we tried. Well, wait, give me a moment. So anyway, welcome. As you can see, I tried to make a joke with the patch, but it doesn't really work. And the microphone was muted at the start. What was this? My intro was perfect. My intro was absolutely perfect, and it didn't work. Anyway, and Alex says, I knew it. Yes, of course you knew it. I'm very predictable, but that's the best kind of humor, isn't it? Anyway, welcome to the stream, everyone. It's another development stream, so don't expect too much gameplay, but we're going to take a look at the in-development version of the game. And I've actually got, and maybe you saw the joke, I'm not sure if it actually came true, let's take a quick look here. It's actually called the Angeldust 3.9 Gold Master, so that's the actual version that we'll be looking at today. Yeah, OX3, because there wasn't enough room on the thumbnail to place 3 there, and it's also a joke, kind of, so there you go, yeah. So anyway, just a quick stream, just a few updates left and right to keep you posted. So this is 3.9. This skin, this texture won't be in the game because it's it's a little bit horrible if you ask me. With the black eyes here, it's just a quick paint over of this of the builder hero. But it's something that I wanted to do, and luckily I didn't plan too much to do all of the 4 heroes because it doesn't look too good. But hey, I tried. So there's a few things. I should be streaming at a higher quality bitrate today. So unfortunately I had the mic muted at the start of the stream, so I hopefully will be able to cut that part out on YouTube. But let me know if the quality is a little bit better. Maybe the latency is better as well. I don't know. Maybe it's actually worse because I'm actually pushing too much data now. I have no idea. So let me know if this is looking good on your screen. So I will be signing into the game real quickly. As Firefly, I have not enabled game replays, but there's just one thing that I want to show you that will also be fixed in the next update. Hello, man. Can you up to Angeldust more armor? Yeah, maybe. You have to post in the media. Yeah, I will later on, Alex. This will be available everywhere. I'm going to sign in, so hopefully not many players. Take a look. This is pretty cool. So he actually looks like a pirate, that's pretty cool. But one thing that I wanted to show you, and this was actually reported by Obi this week. The photon blocks, they shouldn't give off light. And Obi told me this week that the photon blocks always give off light in the current version, which was actually a problem, which was introduced in the 3.8 in the latest update. So if you look at this version, they don't give off light when they're not solid, and once they become solid, they start giving off light. It's just a small change, but it really shows that the photon blocks are off or on. And I was able to get that fix in for 3.9, so I expect that to work again. It makes the photon blocks just a little bit better. So, 3D characters in Angeldust, hurrah! Yeah, we've got 3D characters in Angeldust everywhere. And why not up random buildings to World Angeldust? Yeah, maybe that sounds like a good idea, Mr. Russian man. So this is fixed last minute. The other good news is that I've sent 3.9 to the app stores for review, and it's been approved pretty much everywhere, so looking good for a weekend release. Let me know if I should actually release it on Friday. Maybe Friday's got advantages in the sense that people will be able to play with it all Saturday long. So I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, we got the 3D person, the 3-person, and I've also got the eye patch, as you can see. So that's pretty cool. But anyway, looking good for a weekend release. I'm putting the finishing touches on 3.9 on getting the server stuff finished and wrapped up. I actually gave Hum access to the very first API, sort of, to make the Discord bot a little bit more interactive. Yeah, there's a little bit of my eyes. Everything is a little bit messed up due to the eye patch improvisation. Hey Pixel, welcome. Good luck, thank you. Why not Thursday? The sooner the cooler, okay. I will see. Tomorrow I'll probably be doing my business stuff like bookkeeping and financials and paying some bills left and right. So it's probably Friday. But maybe tomorrow, if I can make it tomorrow, but I'm not really set for tomorrow. So I will prepare tomorrow morning or maybe tomorrow in the afternoon. I will probably prepare everything to roll out on Friday then. So if you say the sooner the better, that's entirely cool with me. Sorry, in Yanni Gavariu Poruski. And Hum says, I fetched it already. Okay, so that's fixed. So the API is up and running. It only does some small piece of information at the moment, but we can look into expanding that in the future. So anyway, I take it that the stream itself is pretty good. It's actually interactive and it doesn't stutter too much. Yeah, here in the Netherlands, by the way, we still have Corona, so we're locked inside until the 28th of April. Oh, I really thought that I had unmuted the microphone at the start of the stream. Wow, wow, that's too bad. So, one thing that I wanted to talk about, I'm in the game, so you take a look at the eye patch, doesn't really matter. But we've got the perfect example coming up, because we have this player here saying some weird things. One thing that Coldswalker and I think a few other players have been asking me about is a addition to the chat log. This is all not coming in 3.9, so this is looking for 3.10. My best solution, or my best suggestion for the chat log improvements are to do the following. So on the PC you've got a big screen and you've got a mouse, so you can pinpoint messages pretty accurately because these letters are pretty big and your cursor is very accurate. On a mobile or on a tablet device that doesn't really work. So my proposal would be the following: to add a button to the bottom right here, which would say like management or social administration or players or thingamajig, whatever it will be called, doesn't really matter. But yeah, welcome in my face. So a new button that would then kind of be like the telecharger overview of friends, but except instead of привет, sorry. So anyway, instead of being the telecharger overview with this kind of being at the listed order of being online or having the more coins. Yeah, you coded that way in your face. Yes. It would be a list of all players sorted by the most recent one to message you, so it would be reverse chronological of all people who sent messages. It might be world chat, might be friend chat, might be private chat. But once you open up that menu, the order won't change, so you'll actually know that the names won't jump around. But the thing would be that it would kind of function like the telecharger. So the topmost player, if you click it, you would start a private chat with them. And that way you've got the most recent people that you private chatted with, or even other forms of chat, would be pretty much, better accessible. It would be easier to access them than from the telecharger, because in the telecharger you really need to start looking for where is this player and what's his name again and how does this work. So it would kind of list all of the players in reverse chronological order of having sent messages to you, and then you click on the player name to start a private chat with them. Sounds useful. And the second feature that I wanted to add in that same window is a kind of red cross, or a red, not a red cross, but a red X mark kind of, or maybe a speaker symbol with a red X through it, to mute players. This is something that people have been requesting for a long time, and I never found a way to kind of implement it in the chat log. But from the same overview, you would see all of the players that have been messaging you in the reverse chronological order, and you would actually have a mute button. And if you press the mute button, their messages will no longer show up in the chat log, and the existing messages from them in the chat log will either be removed, I'm not sure about this, or they will be slightly transparent, or even more transparent, so you don't really see them. So if someone starts cursing or starts swearing at you or talking in pirate voices, you might want to mute them, and then retroactively their messages will be either kind of invisible or will be removed at all from the chat log. Does it sound useful? Is anyone still watching? Okay, great, very useful. So Colts, maybe you're watching this later, let me know in a private message or an email what you think about this ID. So it would be a step extra from the chat log, so you would have to press on the players button or on the chat administration button here in the bottom right. But from there you would be able to easily select the player you want to private chat with or either mute. Muting will be per session, so once you sign out or close the game, it will be gone, because we want to give people a second chance. Maybe they will not be bothering the next day. If they keep on bothering you while they're your friend, well, remove them from your friends. That's kind of the only way to combat this. Can you mute non-friends? Yes, of course. It will be everyone who shows up in the chat log, everyone who has been sending messages or where you received messages from, they will be in that list. So you can either start a private conversation with them if they're your friend, or you can... I'm not sure, does private chat work for non-friends? That doesn't work, eh? No, that doesn't work. So it will probably know which people are your friends, so you can actually start a private chat. Or it will offer the mute option for everyone. So even for friends you will be able to mute them, but it's on a session by session basis. So it will not be a persistent mute, because we want to give people a second chance. I'm not exactly sure if I would include building permission in there. It might be nice to do so, because then you have all of the friend interaction in a second place, and all of your nearby friends or all of your most recently communicated friends, things, yeah, however you might phrase it, will be there. So how about removed from popping up top left, but show up faded in the chat log? That's also a possibility. So the major part about muting will be that they will not have the sound associated with their messages, and the messages won't show up in the top left indeed. That's my first thing, because people have been spamming friend chat or maybe misbehaving on private messages or maybe in world chat even. And it would be nice to remove that. Also, the quick messages will not show up for them as well. Per session private chat would be nice, even non-friend. Okay, I understand. That's probably going to be a later update. So that's the idea, to have a management button here, or an administration button, or an admin button, or a moderation button, whatever you might call it. Moderation is actually a pretty good term, I think. So you click the mod button here, click, and then you have got the list of players nearby or who have recently sent you a message, and you can decide what to do with it. If I gave someone permissions via the chat thing, would their permissions be taken away when I log off? No, it would act like the telecharger thing, so it would be the same function. You toggle building permissions and it would be persistent. That would be persistent. So maybe there's a better way to do this. Not really sure about this, but I think it would be a kind of useful addition already, having a new button where you can do some chat moderation instead of none at all. As for pasting messages, I am kind of leaning towards opening the game up to that idea. I just don't have a good idea for where to place this feature just yet, because these two buttons are in use already, and I think copy to clipboard is pretty useful, and the world chat is also the world chat and chat type thing is also pretty useful to have right here. Will there be 3D characters on Android? There are 3D characters on Android Pixel. I already showed you on a previous live stream where to get it. It's on the you can click on the website link, and you need to buy it though, so I can show you here. Hey, if I can make money, I'll always do this. You go to the website, Pixel, and then click on download for PC and Mac, this button. And then you get to the metagaming.itch.io site, and here you can buy the game, and you also get the Android version with the 3D characters in there. So that's how you do that. So that's 3D characters on Android. So that's my solution for the chat thing, because on a mobile device you really don't want to be Like imagine you have this kind of screen and you have to click on one of the text lines. The text is even smaller on the mobile device. It's not gonna work. Also, you need to click outside of the chat bar on mobile to stop text entry. So that's going to be very difficult to actually pull off in real life. So that's why I want to have a dedicated button. I can take a look if I can make this better on PC. So maybe private chat once you actually click on a player name in here. But that's also going to be a little bit iffy because messages will scroll by and you might click on the wrong one and you send your message to the wrong one. That might only aggravate things. So that's why a button with a screen that doesn't change sounds kind of like a useful solution. Anyway, that's my my chat log thing. So Colts, if you ever watch this, let me know what you think about it. In a year or so it will probably be in the game, so you don't have to reply if you only watch this after a year. Copy copies the entire chat log. A per message copy would be useful. The per messages are in the copy. Hey, it's something. Come on, it's something. You've got a copy function. The next thing is the hero textures. So Robotic did the fighter and it looks great. He might want to tweak it a little bit. This is not the actual fighter texture. This is the one that's in the game. This is what will be in 3.9. So there will not be a texture update in the next version of Angeldust just yet. But for 3.10, I'm looking into having these textures in here. That's definitely on my my main goal. So the builder with the patch, the eye patch, will not be in there. Sorry about that. But I'm looking. I probably won't release the next update before the textures are redone. So hopefully Robotic will be able to do that. Otherwise, I'll find a different solution. Because the textures are necessary for me to make a new trailer. I'm not going to record a new trailer with all in-game action with the current textures if we're going to change the textures a few weeks later on anyway. So making a trailer takes a lot of time and I want to do it right. And the trailer is definitely something that I see as a vital part to getting more players enticed to play the game. So that's the hero textures. Then I think something to look into for the next version is the ridden and tamed creatures. A lot of people have been complaining that they lost a creature, a mount that they had before. And I'm not really sure how to approach this problem just yet. Some players have said like you should make it so that the saddle doesn't mount new creatures if you're near them. But I bet you that you will come in a situation where there's a very rare creature that you can ride right in front of your face and you forget to use the you forget that the saddle doesn't mount new creatures, so you have to go to your inventory, select a different kind of function, do that, and then the creature might be gone or someone else might have mounted it. So I'm really not wanting to change the mechanic where you have to equip the saddle or do a kind of juggling thing with items to be able to mount a new creature. I think that new players who bought the saddle just want to hop on a horse that they see without having to jump through hoops. It's also really not easy to explain that to a new player. So maybe the best solution is to offer a list of all the creatures that you've discovered and or mounted on the website, and just make it so that players can select the mount they want to ride on from all of the creatures that they've discovered. This would make the rare creatures a little bit less special to see in the game, because if you've found a pink or a golden creature once, you will be able to ride that afterwards. But it's maybe the best we can do to make it more fun. It might not be the best thing discovery-wise, but it might make it more fun at least. 3.10 is gonna be fire. 3.9 is not even out. Maybe make the mounting action prefer your current mount. Yeah, it doesn't really help in high stress situations where your current mount is way off in the distance, and you accidentally press the E key and it gets lost. It's a tough problem to solve. I think the best solution, because of the way the game works, is to just make it so that you can select any mount that you've previously had, or one of the creatures that you previously discovered. The delay is very desirable. It helps prevent rando riding, a rare that we're waiting to kill for people to log in. That way, in a group of rideable creatures, your mount will always be chosen. Okay, maybe this needs a little bit more of brain power. We've got this kind of like irritating distinction between discovering a creature and riding a creature. You've always had to kind of decide, like, do I kill this creature to discover it, or do I ride this creature to ride it? And that distinction is kind of hard to like get right now, because I like the creature idea too. Any creature, anytime. Yeah, it would make players more happy, and it would make them like it would make everything less stressful, and you would be able to change outfits and select a creature that matches your outfit. There's something to be said for that. It's going to be a little bit difficult to implement that, but it's not a problem. I will try my best to make it so that even creatures that you rode will show up in that list. If you remove riding and taming and do it via the list, we also get rid of the white bunny issues. Yeah, the downside is that you cannot actually hop onto a horse that you find in the world. And that's something that I find very natural. I want new players to really be able to find a horse and jump on the horse live from within the game. So maybe riding should mean discovering. Not really sure about that. But I could probably code it so that all of the creatures that you ended a session with, or maybe even that you found during a session or rode during a session, will count towards the list of creatures that is available to you for riding. And I'm also not sure if it should be tied to the hero. So if you find a pink horse and you ride it with a fighter hero, should you be able to copy it to other heroes? I mean, you as a player found it, but the hero you played as didn't find it. That's also a fun question. Well, think about that. So this is something. Hi Firefly. Hey Luis Eduardo. So that's something to think about for the future, for the next update. Like how would we solve this problem? I'm all for making it more fun for players and to make it less frustrating to lose your mount. So being able to solve the problem sounds like a big idea or like a big win. But I'm not really sure how to approach this. So the more ideas, the better. Add any creature you ride in session to the list and let the player choose from that list until he logs off. Something like that, maybe, yes. But I think that every creature that you've discovered should also count as a rideable creature. Because otherwise you get this, you see a pink horse and you're not entirely sure, like I want to ride it, but then I don't discover it. We need to brainstorm a little bit more about this, but it's an issue I want to tackle for 3.10. It would be nice to make the game a little bit more playable that way. Especially for the old-timers who've got almost all of the creatures, and sometimes almost lose or actually do lose their mount. That's frustrating. Next time the list is again only just one he logged off with. That sounds really opaque. But anyway, hero-ridden tamed creatures. That's something that I want to look into as well. Let's see. Maybe I can show the photon thing off one more time. So as you can see, they don't give off light now, which is actually a bug in 3.8 that they do. And if I press the button, you will see that they actually light up. So this is much better. This is actually what you expected. This is what the introduction of the feature was, and this was the way it worked all the way until 3.7, and then 3.8 broke it. Hi Firefly, hey Mr. Meliodas. Maybe let's go build something. It's kind of a development stream, Pixel. Hey Pixel, did you already buy the game with the 3D characters? Did you see my explanation, or are you just asking the same question every time? So you can actually get 3D on Android, it's no problem, but you need to buy the version from itch.io. So in 3.9 we've got the... Alex, are you still watching Alex Makarov? I probably already said this last week, or last stream, but again, once 3.9 rolls out, definitely check some of the things that you suggested about some of the creatures. I tried to make it as close to what you said as possible. I didn't do it for all of the creatures we discussed. Oh, you're listening. I didn't do it for all the creatures we discussed, but I took 2 of them and I tried to make it. Yeah, Hum says, if you toggle them off, if you use the remover, then you will see that the light remains. So it's actually about the light shining into the world. It's not about the fact that they're bright. It's about the fact that they give off light into the world. So you will not see a shadow side on the platform. You will not see the light change. So on my screen, this is like this thing here. This side has got a shadow, and this side as well. And if you turn them on, the light will go on. And on your screen it will be lit forever. Red Angel is back. Great, great to see. The next update will be out pretty soon, Red Angel, Mr. Meliodas. So, but Alex, you definitely want to see, take a look at some of the creatures that we discussed. It's pretty fun. You were absolutely right that it adds a lot of fun to the game. It makes it a little bit more difficult, but it also makes it more interesting. So that's pretty cool to something to look out for. I'm pretty sure that some players will not like it because it might change their play style a little bit, or it might force them to change their play style a little bit. But don't worry about it. It's I think more fun for the new players and for everyone who is used to the game. So anyway, the next update will have, of course, the mimic blocks and the claim thing, where if you type a too long claim name, the thing will turn red, which is very useful. Also, the bulldozer is coming. It's pretty good. It's only 250 coins, so you want it. You really want to know what Alex suggested? Oh, you'll see pretty soon. You'll see pretty soon. It's pretty cool. Let's see, what more is there to talk about? So I will probably update the Ultra Sprite Pack, because the bulldozer is now available in Ultra quality as well. So that's a new thing. Post effects is probably still going to be the same. There's a few subtle changes to the game world geometry. So you might not have noticed this, but in 3.8, if you place a cube, and this is very hard to see, I'm not really sure under which circumstances you're... Hi, Ione. Ione. I'm not actually sure under which circumstances you're going to see it, but some of the meshes, the meshing of some blocks is now more symmetrical. So previously, for instance, this smoke would always be slanted to the left, and now it's... Yes, dev stream. Now it's more symmetrical, so some parts will billow out to the right and some parts will billow out to the left. Yeah, Pinkie Pie logged on and left. So this is more symmetrical. I'm not sure if you can tell the difference, but it like pillows more out sidewards to both sides, instead of just being a little bit slanted to the left all the time. Alex says, I'm interested now. Yes, you will be interested. It's pretty fun. So if you've got more ideas after seeing what I did, let me know. Oh, also, this is Nightmare Fuel. Hello, inside of the Scout. Firefly, vou te falar mais português ou espanhol un poco. JP Place is firing off private messages, and I can't really reply quickly enough here. More things. Not many, so expect 3.9 later this week, maybe on Saturday, but I can try to pull it towards Friday, if you all want it. There might be some bugs with the mimic blocks, so let me know if you find a bug. It's an entirely experimental feature. It's not like you like I exactly know what kind of combinations will work and what kind of combinations of blocks will not work. I tried my best to fix all of the edge cases and to intercept all of the stuff going on with the block. But it's a very weird block and it behaves in unique ways, so if you find a bug, let me know as soon as possible, and maybe I can do a few hot fixes to get this out there. It might not be on the iOS or on the Mac App Store, but on other platforms I might be able to update it a little bit. Asymmetry was fine. Why did you have to change it? I had to change it because of something special, Alex. I had to change it because of something special. It also affects the shadow casting on some of the blocks, so shadows will be a little bit more equally spread out. But I think for the smoke this works really well. The symmetrical shape just looks a little bit better. Yes, JP Place, I speak a little bit of Spanish and a little bit of Portuguese. It's for a special secret feature, I tell you. Hey, watch out, because you say the sooner you roll this out the better, but I'm pretty sure you will be complaining once it's rolled out. You'll probably say like, hey, some of the things that I do in the game have become even more difficult. I also did a little bit of polish left and right, so I'm experimenting with some new features. If people start running, there's not a special animation in the game currently. I want to kind of look into that for 3.10 as well, so making running players animate a little bit quicker, because right now they just play their regular moving animation. But I think it's entirely doable to make a more faster or maybe even a different motion there. But if you start running in the next update, you'll probably see it. It's a very subtle tweak, but you will actually see the dust cloud come off. So you will actually know that the player starts running because of the dust cloud spawning. And I've added dust clouds for a few more special events in the game so that you have a little bit more context as to what is happening. It's just a very subtle visual sign, but it really makes it a little bit clearer what's happening. Anti-stack was unappreciated, but was because of the secret 3D. Yeah, when things change in the game and you don't really know why, it's probably because something secret is coming. A running animation would be awesome. Yeah, it would be fun, but I'm not entirely sure how to do it. But at least making the character at least animate a little bit quicker so that his feet catch up with his movement, that would be nice. So I'm looking into that, maybe supporting it. Maybe it will just be initially a faster version of the regular walk animation, but at least you would be able to see that someone is actually running. He would be stepping really quickly, but at least you'd have a visual indication, because you will now see the dust cloud come up. It's the thing like the poof, the poof that you see when you start using Skywalk, for instance, with the sorceress. That's an additional cue, so there's a few of those cues left and right, but it's a step forward. Just animating faster would be much better. Yes, I am streaming now. Not really. Oh, so people are divided. I think it would be at least an indication that people are running, which is a good thing. I also looked into slowing down the animation if you're next to a wall like this, so that you would move really slowly. In some games that actually works really well, and in this didn't really work. A lag spike. Okay, yeah, I have no idea what's happening regarding the streaming. I just upped the bitrate because apparently I now have more megabits per second to send out. So I tried just going all the way to about 60% more bitrate, but I'm not sure if my connection can keep up. Or do you mean a lag spike in the game? Because that's not something I can solve. My outfit is now green. Right, so that's about it. That's about my list. So it's not much for today. I just wanted to do the pirate joke, of course. That's my main thing. I wanted to show off my pirate patch here and talk a little bit about the fact that 3.9 is actually coming this week. So things are looking up and things are looking good. The website API is kind of coming with Hum's Discord integration. Firefly killed the internet. I tried my best, but not sure what happened. So if you've got other ideas or things to talk about, just let me know real quickly and we can talk about it. Otherwise I'll be probably enjoying the sun a little bit, and then I'll look into wrapping up 3.9. Tomorrow I'll do a little bit of administrative things like bookkeeping and some paying some bills, and then I might be able to roll it out on Friday. You could do 2 patches for both eyes. Yes, I could. One more thing. I'm not sure if I've got it in my inventory. Oh yeah, I've got it. So Obi, check this out. Obi said like, hey, if you filter things by color, if you choose blue, you we just chillin'. Hello Scopori, welcome. So Obi suggested maybe having the Cyanergy block, or the blue lava as people call it, be in the item list when you select blue. It's in there. It's a little bit closer to blue than it is to green, so I thought like, okay, it's not entirely accurate. It's not entirely accurate. I actually hate the fact that it's here listed under blue if you look at the code. Yeah, so Demon, please stop spamming. New hero patch. Yeah, I did a joke with the hero patch, but also my builder now has got an eye patch, so that's his new hero patch. It's Nightmare Fuel because it's on both eyes, or at least his other eye is also black. But hey, what can you do? But anyway, I added to the blue. If you take a look at the code, it's actually it's a one-line fix. I mean, the fix itself or the thing is pretty easy. But this is not correct. It's cyan and it's now listed under blue. But okay. I can see that this works a little bit better for most builders because you actually want to include this maybe in a blue building palette. So, builder don't have eye. No, indeed. He's got an eye patch. That's the hero patch. Check this out. I be the builder. And we be playing Angeldust. Oh, I really dislike the fact that my microphone was muted. I had paid attention, really close attention, like, okay, unmute the microphone before the stream, so you don't run into this problem again, and I ran into the problem again. But anyway, it's under blue now, and if you, I hope you like it, so you can actually select it a little bit easier. So I tweaked that. There's probably a few other things that I did this week that I changed, which might not really look impressive, but at least it's a change for good. Estou fazendo a minha maravilha esta última. Hey, this other builder has also got an eye patch. Hey Scaburi, you've got an eye patch. It actually looks pretty fun on another one. Hey Scaburi. Still holding an idea about advanced fighting systems, but it will be better to work more on it and hold all the input IDs to give one whole correct ID. Okay, so if you've got an advanced fighting system that works with one button, I'm really interested in hearing about it. And maybe I could do a little bit of a client-side fighting system that you would be able to completely hack if you made a custom client. But like having to tap in a rhythm or something, we could do something like that. Maybe that would make fighting a little bit more interesting. But I already tried to make some fights a little bit more interesting. You'll see in the next update. When will the new update come? This week, Friday or Saturday.
Great.
Also, I'm really looking forward to introducing the bulldozer because it just saves a lot of frustration and having to click thousands of times. The only thing you could do with one button is timing and perhaps looking at certain parts of the creature. Yes, so that's why I said you could do some kind of a rhythm matching game where you see a stream of things that you have to press, kind of like a Dance Dance Revolution or a Guitar Hero kind of thing. I don't know many rhythm games. Something about crossing WASD movement and left mouse button to get more ways to attack. Yes, of course, the update will be everywhere. And I really hope, I thought that 3.8 was pretty much bug free, and we still found some bugs left and right, which I fixed for the next version. There's also a major bug that I fixed in 3.8 for which the fix is in. That we've been playing with for months now, so I really hope that 3.9 brings us closer to perfection once more. The problem with combining WASD or input with the clicking thing is that it's really hard to do on mobile. It's like, please help me here. So rhythm game, or maybe hold, and you could of course do tap in a rhythm. See my dev stream. Bulldozer and a new mimic block. Hey Firefly, it's Ferrari. Firefly. Right. The problem is if you start doing client-side rhythm games, because you can't really depend on the client-server interaction being lag-free, is that people can hack it. I mean, the client has to say like, yeah, the rhythm game was completed successfully, so you get an advantage here. You could make a client or a hacked version of the game that said like every rhythm game was successful. So that would give an unfair advantage to hackers. If you did a rhythm game, what would just holding the button for auto attack do? Same as now, I think. So I think the rhythm game would give you a mini crit or something if you completed it successfully. If you do like 5 presses in a row in the rhythm, you might get a reward in the sense that you get a little higher damage output or something. That's something to look at later. I don't really have a plan for that right now. What's the code for Dust Bunny in the block that spawns creatures? You have to discover it first. Hey, 3Gen. 3Gen. Okay, then an imitator. Then place an imitator. And scroll through that list. Arrows. It depends on the ones that you've unlocked, Lone or Yon. Yon. It depends on the ones you've got unlocked. The code or the number is different for everybody. Hey Pinkie Pie, we already saw you in the game just now. You can't, maybe. Red Angel. Stop or ban. You already know this, Red Angel. Pinkie Pie, these dev streams are kind of a new thing that I've been doing for the past 3 weeks now. I pretty much did this one to show off my my pirate patch joke at the start of the stream, and then my microphone was muted, so it was a big entrance and I messed it up, which was a little bit unfortunate. But otherwise, we're just doing fine. Next update will be out later this week, maybe on Friday, maybe on Saturday. It will bring a bulldozer so you can more easily flatten terrain. And it will also bring a thingamajig, the mimic block, this thing. The mimic block, which allows you to copy blocks below or above it, but without having them affect the other geometry. So you can make interesting new shapes. We haven't, we tried to discover some new applications for that block.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Use the buttons, Jon. Yeah, the weird dream about my build and I had to test it. Oh, right. So I did a stream about the mimic block and I showed us some new building techniques. I'm pretty sure we haven't discovered the entire depth of it just yet. There will probably be techniques that I haven't shown on the stream yet, but I already discovered a few nice ones. And during the stream that we tested it, we also discovered a new one where you can use it to have like the solid part of panel blocks in a wall without showing the top part. Yeah, dreaming about Angeldust. I do that quite a lot though. I do it quite a lot. Hey Pinkie Pie, you're pretty creative, right? Pinkie Pie, what would you call Angeldust if it wasn't called Angeldust? Let me know in the box below the stream. Also, nobody has replied. Is the stream lagging? Is it as good as previously, or is it worse than previously? Are there more hiccups than usual? Or I will take a quick look at YouTube. It says the status is very good. It's excellent. Ooh, excellent, Smithers. Firefly's game. Right. A game by Frank Lucas.
Time for some target.
It already says that on the credits page, I think. A game by Frank Lucas. Other than 2 lag spikes, it's been fine for you. Great. I've seen a difference. Maybe switching the quality is faster now. I have no idea. But I'm sending about 60% more data to YouTube and Twitch and Steam right now. So I will probably take a look at the Twitch stream later on to see what it looks like. The intro. I'm really sorry that I messed that up. I wanted to make this pirate intro, and it was actually very great. I did it again, but it's too bad. I'll see if I can rectify it on YouTube. That would be nice. So anyway, other things to talk about. I do have some secret plans in the works. I don't really want to talk about it. I don't really want to give hints to these secret plans either. It's plural, so there's not just one plan, but there's multiple plans going on. You'll see about that in the future. They're all ideas to make Angeldust more attractive to new players. I've been thinking about new names. Nothing has grabbed me yet, but I'm mulling over it. Great Hum. And where did he lose his eye? Arr! I be the pirate. I be the real pirate. Because pirates wear a builder hat, as you can see. No, it's just a pirate joke-a-majig. Also, Hum, I hope that the API is a nice token of appreciation for your involvement in the community and the work that you did on the Discord bot. Coleswalker's suggestion of, what was it? He said like it will only take you 30 minutes. Oh yeah, the volume button, that's also changed. So the volume button is now increments in 10%. So he said like that will only take half an hour tops, but it took 42 minutes and 41 seconds. Your wish, Hum, sorry, I had to extract all of the quest information from the server onto the website and make it share the same generation. That took about 3 hours, so I definitely invested a lot more into you than in Coleswalker. If you've got ideas that are not too hard to implement, I can take a look. We can expand the API a little bit, maybe make some interesting things. Right now I don't have many ideas that wouldn't take up too much processing power or that are not available from the website just yet. I also might still add the quest to the website as well. I think it might be a fun value addition for players to be able to see the quest creature on the website itself. I can say the same, just saying. Okay, yeah, that's that's entirely true. That's entirely true. I understand what you were saying. Anyway, Colts. There was one thing. Oh yeah, so I tried it out on the mobile today, or yesterday actually. I tried it out on this phone, this Android phone, and on Android tablet. And you're actually right, or at least if I use my Android phone, it kind of sounds like the levels 100, 90, 80, 70, 60, 50 and 40% are kind of all the same volume. 30% is noticeably a little bit quieter, and then 20 and 10 are definitely steps quieter below 30. So hopefully this will actually solve your problem of having the volume on mobile being too high. If I use this on desktop, it's actually pretty much a linear curve or a linear line, if you will. And on this Android tablet, it's also pretty much linear. So, kind of depends on the device. Hopefully this 10 and 20% addition will give you a little bit more range to play with on Android. It would be cool if we had a command, who, player name that returns some player stats. Probably could already do that though. Did someone ask about the wand in your hotbar? No. No one asked. Because I'm playing this is the 3.9 Gold Master. But I'm playing on the 3.8 server, so some of the things are a little bit messed up, Loki. Hey, Master Young. So I can actually carry the Void, what is it called? The Void Sword? The Void Reaper, I think it's called for the fighter. The Void Reaper item. Yeah, the Void Reaper. While I'm the builder. It's a little bit weird, but this is not actually what happens in the real version. I can also go to the shop. And I can buy the bulldozer and I get instantly disconnected. so I could... This is one of the server-side checks. Animator, see you later. If I buy the bulldozer, I will get disconnected because this server doesn't know the bulldozer and it's like, get out of here! Get out of here, Firefly. You don't know nothing about this game. Your name is JP Plays. Hello, JP Plays. We saw you in game already.
Oh man, did I give you a boo-boo?
So it's a little bit out of whack, but I wanted to show you the photon block change. So photon blocks that are full will actually give off light, and photon blocks that are not full will stop giving off light. This was actually always the case, but in 3.8 I messed it up, so hopefully 3.9 will be a little bit more solid. Use the bull to log out, high IQ plays, yes. I really hope I didn't introduce any new features that will cause crashes. Like some app stores have tested the new update extensively, and they say like it's okay, we can release this or you can release this. But but I'm not sure. I changed a few things that are pretty core to the game, so hopefully it will not crash. The bulldozer is pretty interesting, a new thing. The mimic block is pretty interesting and new, so hopefully you won't be able to crash it. Firefly as actualización para os PC, yes, this week. Can't believe the new block in the bulldozer and about the fact that the builder lost his eye. Yeah, it's all happening so quickly, isn't it? In just 2 weeks' time, everything has changed. From no mimic block to a mimic block, from no bulldozer to a bulldozer, and from 2 eyes to, yeah, this. So that's pretty alright. Things are changing, which is a good thing.
I couldn't miss if I tried.
Right, shall I log out using the bulldozer and then we can talk a little bit more about stuff, but otherwise I'll just stop the stream. It was just a short dev stream, I didn't really have big features to show you just yet. I wanted to kind of give my proposal for this chat log screen. So a new button that would list all of a new screen that would list all of the players that you communicated with, reverse chronologically, so the newest one would be on top. And you would be able to start a private chat with that person from there. You might be able to mute them. And maybe toggle building permissions from there as well. I think it would be a nice addition to have that kind of functionality there, condensed into one new screen. instead of having to go to the telecharger and having to search around. I don't think I will remove the entirety of the friends feature from the telecharger, because this is actually for friends management. The other one will be for chat moderation, kind of. Having a mute function in the game would definitely be a boon. That would be very nice. And I'm not exactly sure what kind of messages to block, because they will let you build and does not let you build. I think those messages are important, but I will take a look at what I can do. Shortish dev stream lost 2 hours. Yeah, this is what happens mostly when I say it's a short stream. I will. Hey, thanks for hanging around. I'll be on the stream for more words. See ya in the next update. Friday or Saturday. If all goes well. I think there won't be too much problems, knock on wood. I think I've got everything under control for the next update. It took a little bit of time to get things ramped up again, but I think everything is looking good. So let's go to the shop and buy the bulldozer. Or let's first say thanks for playing. Go to the shop and buy the bulldozer. Here we go. Bazoom! There we go. It says like, hey, we don't know this, get out of here. I will re-enable the game replays for the next stream. So please don't mind the eye patch, it's a little bit hacked together, but hey, what can you do? Let's switch to the desktop view and exit the game here. Also a spiffy new wallpaper for this piratey stream. And I'm really hating the fact that I messed up the intro with the microphone being muted, but hey, I tried my best to make it fun. So again, the features that we kind of discussed, I tried to think of new names, but they all sound stupid. Oh. We don't want a stupid name, but hey, one girl's stupid might be another man's treasure, so you feel free to just brainstorm, Pinkie Pie. In Steam, Angeldust costs $7. I think that's about right. I think in euros it's about 650, 660, kind of. And on itch, so Pixel, I'm not sure if you are still watching. Pixel, if you want the 3D version for Android, you need to click on this download for PC and Mac. It's a little bit counterintuitive. This might be better in the future. But there's this buy now, it's $7.99, and you get the Android version with 3D as well. You add pirate? Here we go. Arr, matey, it's the pirate. Yarr. This was actually designed by Alex Makarov. I did the background, I did kind of the ocean biome or the island biome where you've got these islands. It looks pretty fun. But it's not actually in the game, so this is all under development, as you can see below my face. It's all under development, these features. So the things we talked about is a higher bitrate for my stream. I think the stream quality is pretty good. We'll take a look at the Twitch stream later on as well to see what quality we've got there. Photon blocks will no longer give off light if they're not solid or if they're not present. This is actually a bug that's in the current version. They always give off light, which is not intended. So the update is actually coming on Friday or on Saturday. Everything is set. All of the app reviews have been done, and the app I've compiled and packaged it. I tested it on Linux, I tested it on Windows, tested it on Mac OS, even on old devices. Tested it on Android, tested it on iOS. So that's all looking good. We discussed the chat log button for chat moderation. Let me know your thoughts. You would be able to see the players that you chatted with in reverse chronological order with a mute button and with a private chat button, so you can more easily start chats with people around you or that have been in your game session. New hero textures is something I want to add for 3.10 and do a new trailer. And looking for a solution to ridden and tamed creatures that you previously had but might have lost and want to get back. So that's pretty cool. I was thinking something like Magic Grove or something like that. Well, why not? Why not Magic Grove? Hey, there we go. Magic Grove. Magic Grove. Kind of also sounds like Magic Growth, which is pretty cool. New game name. Pirate Me Not. Yeah, I was actually going to call the stream Piracy, or Software Piracy, or Battle Piracy, or Game Piracy. But then I thought, no, it's too transparent. People will know that it's April Fools and the pirate will make a comeback. The pirate reminds me of a builder. That's probably pretty correct. And I think Alex stole the boots from the scout. I'm not entirely sure if this is actually stolen from the scout, but the boots kind of remind me of the scout. So maybe he pieced together different parts of different heroes. Firefly, as actualização só para o de para destructores Master Young, it's everywhere. Master Young. Todos los devices. Mobile and tablet too. No, updates will be for every platform. I don't do updates for just a single platform. That doesn't make sense. Magic Grove. I like it. I think ban Obi. Yeah. Maybe later. Maybe in the next update. Maybe in the next update I will ban Obi. Right now I'm pretty happy with Obi. Even though he's got bugs like, hey, Psy-Energy should be in the blue color filter. But yeah, so 3.10 is also looking forward to that. Yeah, there will be some pretty cool things if we can get it working. I'm looking forward to making that version even better than 3.9. I think 3.9 is going to be a very big new update where building becomes much easier and more versatile. It's going to be cool. So para todas então, sim. But there is no voice acting for the pirate. I did the voice acting for the pirate in the beginning, buddy. Don't mess with me. So for naming, I'm sorry to keep this discussion alive and keep harping on this. I'm just looking for ideas and maybe inspiration and maybe like what does Angeldust bring out in people? What do people associate with Angeldust? So for a good name or for a name for this game or an alternative name, I think you should really look at what is in the game, what it means to you, what you kind of do or experience in the game, or what you try to achieve. And for players it will be different. Some players will look forward to the social experience of meeting other heroes and kind of being like a group playing together or maybe chatting together in the game. Some players are building, some players are hunting, discovering, exploring. What is it that makes the game fun for you? And maybe look for a name that hints to that. So 3.9 is the end of mountains. Yes. Obrigado, amigo Firefly. Gotta hit that 1 hour mark. Yeah, I'm stats padding this a little bit. Let's see, what does OBS say? I've been live for 58 minutes and 17 seconds. Okay, one more minute. Maybe have some people play it without knowing the name and then ask them what they think the name is. That's a good one, actually. It's pretty hard because you, of course, see the name on the sign-in screen, so I should probably give them a session that's already in-game, and then ask, like, what would you call this? Frank's Dream World. The world of tomorrow. Pirates and ninjas. E porque ainda não recebi a actualização. It is coming later this week, Master Young. Frank's Fantasyland. So that would kind of imply that people play the game because of me, because I'm Frank, of course. We are kind of biased by already knowing the name. That's true. It's pretty hard to take a step backwards and say like, okay, let's take a look. But you can do it. I believe you can do it. If you take a look at just what does the experience mean to you, I think you can actually pretty confidently say that you are able to come up with a name without being influenced by the current name. I think it's possible. I hope this doesn't look weird on camera, but there's a little bit of dust here. Yeah, not Angeldust, but yeah, so there, it's gone. I think I gave the camera a slight bump, so sorry for that. Oh, yeah, so people play the game probably more for me than for Hum. But hey, no. We all play because of each other. It's for the people. It's for the people, y'all. So maybe that should be the name, for the people. Thank you, amigo Firefly. Obrigado, Master Young. For the people. For the players. But for the people sounds pretty good. I think a name that accentuates the social aspect would be nice. Because if you kind of take a look at the people who keep playing the game, they actually interact with the community and they're there for the community. So I think the social aspect of the game kind of gives its longevity, is that the word? So you can kind of keep playing because of the people who are playing. but I think the social portion of the game is pretty important as well. I don't want to steer names or anything in a certain direction, but Firefly you are, yeah, sort of. But I hope you understand what I'm saying. Like the social part of the game, the social community around the game is also a big factor in getting people back. The live streams, of course, are part of that because I hope and try to bring people together here in a central spot that is divided over YouTube, Twitch, and Steam. Doesn't really matter, but we try to interact as a community here. But I think the Discord server and the live stream really act as a kind of meta experience around the game. That is what keeps, what brings people back to the game each time. I will, by the way, place the Gold Master in the recycle bin. There we go. We've had enough of that for today. Your name is JP Plays. Well, my name in the game is Firefly. So something with the social aspect would be nice, but it just Metadust. Yeah, maybe. My company is already called Metagaming, which is kind of a hint towards this phenomenon where I try to not do the things that you expect, so not only do the thing, but do the meta thing, kind of the thing around it that makes it better, or that gives it more purpose or more sense, kind of. Metadust made by Angel Gaming. We will just turn it around. Metadust by Angel Gaming. That's I need to register a new company, and then we can release Metadust. I'm looking forward to this, to Dust. or we should, if we make a successor to the game, we just call it Angeldust 2. 2 with a TOO. We call it Angeldust 2. Get the joke? I'll type the joke. Angeldust. What's this game? This is Angeldust. And what's that game? It's Angeldust 2. Metagaming by Angeldust. Yeah, that sounds good. Meta Angel by Dust Gaming. Gaming Dust. It's all pretty good. But anyway, World Weaver. Here we go. Loki with the big brain. World Weaver. I'm gonna write this one down as well. World Weaver. That's nice. I would even go as far as to bring it together into World Weave. World Weave. That's a nice word. Weave. It kind of hints to a kind of a fantasy lore, sort of. Also, the first one to register these domain names will get a ban. Please, if the .com domain name is free, please give me 1 day or so to register these. Got to go. Little one just woke up from his nap. Tried to find time. See you next stream. See you later, Pinkie Pie. Hope all is well with you with the coronavirus and all. My regards to Dottie, to the little one, to you as well. And the next update will be out pretty soon. I love you, Angeldust. I love you, Master Young. And Hum says Weaver is way better than Weave. World Weaver. And then we go plural because that's even better. World Weavers. Because that kind of accentuates the social aspect and the player part. World Weavers. Sure. And then people say, like, what game were people playing in 1941? Yeah, it was World Weave 2. Yeah, so World War is not probably the best name for the game, and War of the Worlds is also kind of already taken. But World Weaver, nice. Loki, congratulations, thank you. This is the kind of big brain plays that we need here. So, thanks. So if other people have got suggestions, feel free to private message me or email me. Because if you do this publicly, you'll probably see the domain names just disappear right in front of your eyes. And as you can probably understand, I need a little bit of time to register a domain name if I'm going to get one. Let me check one real quickly here. Yeah, it doesn't work. My thing is broken. How do you do this? Command R and then command. There we go. I can type letters and things. R, this is Windows. R, this is Windows. Why did I even... Why did I even try this? I will hop onto my Mac in a few moments and do a little bit more useful work. But anyway, that's a good suggestion, Loki. I like the visuals that I get, the associations I get with this World Weaver. There we go. Also, YouTube chat either completely froze or people are just speechless, or everyone's hopping onto their register and like, whoa, I'm registering all of these .com domain names. Here we go. They're all mine. They're all mine. But it's good. It's good. I'm going to end the stream and I'm going to register some domain names real quickly. I like it. I like it. Oh, only the XXX thing. Well, but this game is actually XXX. It's exploration. It's action with an X, and it's got excitement in there. So that's actually XXX gameplay right there. You didn't even notice. Let me just hammer this into my Mac for a moment. All right. All right. So one has been registered since 1996, one since 1998. And the last one since 2003. Bye, amigo Firefly. See you later, Master Young. All right, so all good variations are already taken. So yeah, this might turn out to be a small problem. I'll probably have to come up with another name, or we have to use the play version. We'll see. I like the name though. I like the name. Thanks for the suggestion, Loki. I like the imagery of the word weaver. Weavers. It's a good one. It's a good one. Thanks. Well, I think this was the stream for today. I could go on and on and on, but there's no need. It's you all know, Angel Scatter. Yeah, how about no? Maybe how this Domain Swatter. that's a cool name for a game, Domain Swatter, because you actually claim land in the game, which land is a domain kind of, and you claim it, so you kind of swat it. So Domain Swatter. That's a good name for Angeldust. There you go. Right. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the stream. This was just a quick catching up with everyone, just showing what I've been working on. Not too much excitement today. No big features like the mimic block or the bulldozer, but I hope you appreciate the small user interface touches that I did. So the cyanergy under blue blocks and the photon blocks that do not give off light if they are empty. Oh, you Google dust synonyms. There we go. No, don't Google for Angeldust synonyms. That's it. We've got Skumba Gaiden that says trash. Hey Skumba Gaiden. Thank you for your input. Got any other words? Thanks, Obi. Those suggestions are really ramping up. They're really ramping up the naming potential of this game. So anyway, I'll revert back to my regular wallpaper for the next live stream and to the regular styling, of course. Next stream is going to be on Saturday, 1600 hours UTC because of the daylight savings time here in Europe. See you later, Skumba. Nice. And then we'll actually play the game proper, the next update with all of the new features. I hope you enjoyed the pirate theme though today for the April Fool's joke. It was kind of a gimmick, but I hope you enjoyed it. Everything was pirate themed, so that's pretty cool. Again, I'll be back on Saturday, 1600 hours UTC. Expect the next update of the game around Friday or on Saturday. I'll try my best to do it as quickly as possible, but I do need to have some business things first, because otherwise we probably won't have the game for long. So please bear with me while I make sure that the game doesn't... there we go. This is the regular stream background again. So hopefully the game doesn't and the server doesn't get suspended. That wouldn't be nice. I still hope you enjoyed the stream. It wasn't there wasn't really many things to talk about, but I hope you got a quick glimpse into the next update. Talked about things for the next update for 3.10. So if you've got ideas on any of the topics we discussed, so the chat log, the hero textures, and or the ridden tamed creature selection thing, let me know. It's always useful to get some player input and feedback. For the chat log thing, I actually asked around a little bit and asked players like, how many players do you interact with during a game session? Turns out it's not much, so maybe 1 or 2 or maybe 3 people that you regularly private message with within a game session. So I'm really certain that a screen that shows you the most recent people you chatted with is going to be a good solution, because there won't be too many players in there hogging up the list. So the ones that you want to chat with will probably be very noticeable and very near the top of the list, so you can actually keep it at the top of the list. And if players start spamming you, they will also be on top of the list, so you can hit that mute button really quickly and really easily. So that's cool. Angel Flakes, you're the special flake here, Obi. So this was it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any last questions or comments, type them now, because I will be ending the stream real quickly now. It's like I said, I hope you enjoy the format. It's not the most well-visited stream or anything, but it's pretty fun to show what I've been working on and just to catch up a little bit on all of these features. Of course, I do most of the game development on my own, and I still think my own ideas are pretty valuable as well. But it doesn't hurt to sometimes talk about these things, these features, and say like, I've got this in mind, and sometimes something better rolls out of it. So thanks to Obi as well for reporting some of the bugs this week. It definitely made the next release hopefully pretty perfect. So let me know. Any more questions? Any more questions? Any more questions? I typed that on YouTube and on Twitch. I'll give you 10 seconds to reply. 9. Kind of like the lottery in here. 8. Got time for one question on Quest Fetch? I think so. This is about the API, right? Do you really want to do this in public? Name fetched, ID, all lowercase. No, it's not all lowercase. If there is, but it is proper capitalization. So the titles for the creatures are not capitalized. There's not a capital letter in front, because in some contexts the game doesn't want them to be capitalized. So you get them in lowercase, first letter, if possible. For instance, the German one is always capitalized because German capitalizes nouns. Nouns, that's the correct word. So it's actually in lowercase. So you can actually do uppercase if you want to display it in uppercase. I think in most places in the game it's uppercased, but there might be a few places where it isn't. So it is all lowercase. It appears lowercase, except for when the language prescribes that it should not be lowercase. So German is always in uppercase. But and the ID, the ID that wasn't that's always a number. So. But the name is always lowercase, sort of, unless it starts with a uppercase character. So there are creatures that have a name of an angel, for instance, Violet Hupplepup, or Crimson Thingamajig, Crimson Scallywag. Your bot doesn't care about case. Well, no, me neither. But that's it. So the name is just as you would have it in a sentence, but not as the first word. Anyway. Okay, yeah, so it's properly capitalized. It's not always lowercase. If there's a uppercase letter in there because of a proper name, it will have a uppercase character in there. And also the Russian name is in Unicode, escaped Unicode, UTF-8 probably. So take a look at that. I'm not entirely sure how JSON encodes Unicode, but there you go. You figure it out. If it's unencodable or undecodable, let me know and I can change it to a different format. Right, so with that out of the way, this was the stream for today. I'll get some sun indeed, Obi. If you've got any ideas on the things we talked about, feel free to post them on the forum topic and the private message or send me an email. It's all good. I can receive most of these messages in any form, shape, or whatever. I hope you enjoyed the pirate joke. It gets a little bit like predictable, but that's the power of April Fools. Luckily, the stream fell on this day, or was scheduled for this day, which was pretty cool. It was fun to do an April Fool's joke. I really dislike the fact that I messed up the intro, but I will try my best to cut off the initial part on YouTube. Hopefully that works. And I'll also take a look at the stream quality to see if I maybe have to lower the bitrate a little bit. But I think that the stream has been going on pretty well so far. Yeah, Mountain Genocide. I hope it doesn't lead to problems. I can always scale back the bulldozer speed a little bit from the server side. Coltswalker suggested that I should lower the speed a little bit, so I can do that later on. So I can actually control the throttle on the bulldozer. I think the current one is pretty workable, and it makes for a pretty decent speed at which you can genocide these mountains. But maybe it should be a little bit lower to make it more interactive, or maybe more fun. Maybe it should be faster to make it... We'll see. I think this is a pretty good trade-off. So anyway, the bulldozer is only 250 coins. The mimic blocks are 15,000 each. So that's 30k in total. But they are very special, and they will allow you to make unique buildings that haven't been seen before. Make it slower? Nah. Alright. This was it for today. I hope to see you again on Saturday, 1600 hours UTC. We'll do a stream where we just play the new update, and maybe we can take a look at some mimic block techniques that people have already figured out on the day before, if I release it on Friday. But the week afterwards, so that will be April 11th or something. Let me check the calendar real quickly. Saturday 11th, yeah, so April 11th. We might be doing the second build battle, the second ever build battle, where we say like the theme is mimics. You can do any style you want, but please show off the mimic blocks. So show us the cool techniques and how they interact, and you will get relevance points for using the mimics in a cool way. So that's coming up. I will see you all on Saturday, 1600 hours UTC. Expect the update to roll out probably on Friday. It might be on Saturday, but probably on Friday. And there will be some things in there that you haven't seen on the stream just yet. Maybe not big things, but there will be a little bit of a surprise for some long-time players even. And if you like them, I can take a look at maybe adding a few more of those to spice up the game a little bit. So this was it. Thanks for watching, and of course thanks for all of the comments, and thanks for all the naming suggestions that people came up with. Loki, if you've got more ideas, I will subscribe to your mailing list. I really want to hear more of your ideas. This one was really great. World Weaver sounds good, sounds great to me. And this was Dev Stream number 3 with the pirate patch, hero patch. So I hope you're not all too disappointed that there wasn't actually a new hero coming to the game just yet, at least. Maybe next year. Again, I hope to see you on Saturday. Have a nice day, and see you then. That's it, with the new update, which will be out very soon, and you'll enjoy it, I promise you. Until then, peace out. I'll see you later. Bye.